Chapter 81. Do you want to live? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Stepping into the blood mist for the first time, the two elders were extremely nervous. Fortunately, the mutants Meng Fan and Lu Jiaqi on the road had already been cleaned up when they arrived, and they were safe all the way downstairs. As the power system was still running, Meng Fan took the two elders directly to his door through the elevator. Seeing Meng Fan's home, the two elders were stunned. Warm and clean, no mold. The air is no longer humid, and there is no ubiquitous odor. You must know that after the blood mist arrives, the most inescapable thing is the humid air and the ubiquitous stench. That kind of smell can't be blocked even if you reach out to the upper floor and seal the windows. It had been a long time since they had breathed such fresh air. It's like a dream. Shen Yanran was also shocked. Old Meng Fan, am I hallucinating? I installed a self-circulating air filtration system. Not only that, I also have a water source circulating filtration system. Water can be used at will, ensuring a 24-hour hot water supply. All water has been triple filtered and does not contain any bacteria, viruses, or harmful electrolytes. It can be drank directly. Of course, there is also a 24-hour automatic temperature-adjusting water dispenser. Those who like mineral water can drink that one. There are several guest rooms on the second floor. You and I can choose any one to live in. They all have independent kitchens and bathrooms, where you can watch TV, surf the internet and take a shower. Air circulation, water circulation, and 24-hour hot water for bathing. Shen Yanran and the two elders were shocked. Nowadays, the water sources outside have long been polluted, and there is very little drinkable water. Meng Fan actually has extra water for bathing. Is this really how people live? Meng Fan smiled lightly. Of course, I also have a request, that is, I have many secrets here. Without my approval, I hope that the two elders can stay in the room with peace of mind and cannot move around randomly. Of course. It should. The two elders burst into tears of gratitude, and now even if Meng Fan said he wanted to imprison them, they were willing to do so. Compared with the outside, this is heaven. Father Shen held Meng Fan's hands tightly and shed tears of gratitude. Thank you, Meng Fan, our daughter will be left to you from now on. What did you say? Mother Shen glared at Father Shen and smiled. Meng Fan, come here with me, and Auntie will have a chat with you. Walking to the corner, Mother Shen looked at Meng Fan carefully, the love in her eyes almost overflowing. Meng Fan, you are a good person like your parents. Auntie wants to ask you something. After a pause, Mother Shen stared at Meng Fan. Our bodies know that we can't live long, so can we trouble you with something? From now on, Yanran, I will entrust it to you. Meng Fan nodded calmly. The blood mist can strengthen the human body after fusion, but there are more harmful things. Healthy people can still eliminate these toxins, but the elderly cannot withstand such devastation. The second elder had serious underlying diseases and died very quickly in his previous life. I will. After saying these three words, Mother Shen showed a hint of relief. They can feel at ease. After sending the two elders back to their room, Meng Fan called Qinyao, Tong Lu and Sui Yuting out to introduce each other. From now on, you will live in peace and no quarrels are allowed. Shen Yanran took the initiative to salute. Hello, sisters. Although she is the oldest here, she is also the first to follow Meng Fan. But it can be seen from the order of entering the shelter that everyone has a different status in Meng Fan's heart. Shen Yanran sees things clearly, but she is not a competitive person. As long as Meng Fan has a place of his own in the future, it will be enough. Qinyao smiled broadly. Since we have moved in, we are all good sisters, so we don't have to be so reserved. Thank you, sister. Husband, thank you for accepting my parents. Shen Yanran turned around and kissed Meng Fan. The infatuation in his eyes almost overflowed. Only when Meng Fan truly loves himself can he accept everything about himself. For this reason, I was willing to work as an ox or a horse for him. Meng Fan looked at Shen Yanran. The two elders don't have much time. Please spend this time with them, Yanran. What? I think the old man is in good health. Qinyao and Sui Yuting were both shocked, but Shen Yanran and Tong Lu were not surprised. Shen Yanran saw her parents' bodies visibly decaying every day. She was filled with despair at first, but now she has recognized the reality. Meng Fan gave them a decent place before his death, and that was enough. Husband, thank you. You don't have to go there these days. Please spend more time with me. Tong Lu, you are a nurse. If Yanran needs anything, you can help me. Okay. Sister, let's go do a physical examination on my uncle and aunt first, and then help the second elder take a bath. Okay, sorry, sister. Husband, thank you. Shin Yanran finally couldn't hold back her tears. I have never followed the wrong person in my life. After settling Shin Yanran, Meng Fan turned around and the smile on his face quickly turned cold. It's time for a certain guy to deal with you. Went all the way to the underground garage and opened a bathroom. Lu Jiechi was busy inside. Brother Meng, everything is ready. Woo woo. Beside him was Li Hong. His hands and feet were tied to the chair, his mouth was taped shut, and his eyes were filled with fear. He stepped forward and ripped off the tape with a stab. Brother Meng, please spare me. I didn't know that Shin Yanran was your woman. If you know, I wouldn't dare to smash this door even if I have 10,000 guts. Give me a chance, I am willing to work for you like a cow or a horse. I am also an awakener, and I have the ability of self-healing. I can do any dirty work for you, that he cried bitterly, and even the muscles on his face twitched with fear. A fishy smell filled the air, and strings of water beads flowed from under the stool. He was actually scared to pee on the spot. Li Hong is known as the #1 thug under Li Yandong. He was arrogant and domineering in his previous life. Is this the courage? Meng Fan sneered, picked up a Chinese cigarette and started to get busy. He set up a mobile phone stand on the table in front of Li Hong, and took out Li Hong's mobile phone. Just like picking cucumbers, he broke off Li Hong's fractured right index finger with a click. Ah, Meng Fan, you son of a bitch, it hurts me to death. 10 fingers are connected to the heart, and Li Hong is heartbroken. Even Lu Jiechi trembled, but think about the scene when Meng Fan killed more than a dozen people with one gun. This is nothing. Unlock the phone, point the camera and the phone screen at Li Hong. What do you want to do? Li Hong's face was twitching with pain, and his eyes seemed to be looking at a devil. Meng Fan glanced at his watch. Almost. Then he lowered his head, a grim smile appeared on the corner of his mouth. Do you want to live? Li Hong was completely confused. Who wants to die if you can live? He nodded frantically without thinking. I'll help you call Li Yandong, you can ask him for help, and cry as much as you can. Li Hong had no idea what Meng Fan was going to do, but Meng Fan actually clicked on the video. It doesn't matter, I want to live, I want to live. Chapter 82, One Life for Another. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Help. You can't do this, it's illegal. Please let us go. It hurts, be gentle, please. In a corner of the mall, Li Yandong came out of the room with satisfaction, and a group of younger brothers rushed into the room behind him, and a series of women's cries suddenly rang out from inside. In return, a group of younger brothers laughed wantonly and arrogantly. Ha, cool. These bitches are much better than those old widows in our building. Damn, open your legs for me, don't let me use force. Sure enough, following the boss will get meat to eat, everyone agrees. Under Li Yandong's ruthless killing of chickens to scare monkeys, no teen dared to provoke this evil star. He led his younger brothers to rush into the supermarket first. Canned food, bread, ham sausage, cigarettes, alcohol, medicines. Li Yandong did his homework, and took away all the most expensive things in the Doomsday, as much as he could. It was so cool. There was a team that wanted to follow Li Yandong to grab the remaining things, but the leader was killed by Li Yandong, and several women in the team were also captured. At this moment, they were thrown into the room and enjoyed by the younger brothers. Fuck, it's so cool. Luo Tianyu tightened his belt as he walked out of the room. As a partner, Li Yandong also left one for him. Although he looked average, he was actually a virgin. The experience was full. At this moment, the unhappiness between the two of them melted away. Lu Linlin and Wang Fanghe turned their faces away and pretended not to see it at all. Lu Deju's face was flushed, but it was a pity that he was powerless. Lu Xiang was excited. Brother-in-law, brother-in-law, you promised to find me one, I don't want to play with those dirty ones. Li Yandong laughed, do you think your brother-in-law doesn't keep his word? I've prepared it for you a long time ago. He climbed Lu Xiang's shoulders and led him to the next room. Inside, an 18-year-old girl in school uniform was tied up with her hands and gagged. Seeing Lu Xiang enter the room, she moved back in fear. There was no way to escape. Lu Xiang's eyes turned red when he saw the high school student, but he began to back down at the last minute. Brother-in-law, can you do this? Will the state settle accounts later? Li Yandong pushed from behind. Now the world is in chaos, and there are so many deaths every day. What's the point of raping 2 women? If they really need to be settled, can they be counted? This is called the law does not blame the masses. Don't worry, brother-in-law will be on the lookout for you. If you are a man, fuck her until she screams. If anything happens, your brother-in-law will cover you. Then. Okay. The fear in Lu Xiang's eyes quickly turned into ferocity, and he pounced on the girl with his teeth and claws. Woo woo woo. The girl resisted, but she couldn't push the beast away. Tears flowed like a spring. So this is what it feels like to be a woman, so good. Lie down for me, don't move. Li Yandong was very satisfied with Lu Xiang's attitude. Although he was a little timid, this can be practiced. Especially when a boy turns into a man. When he gets addicted to this kind of pleasure that is superior to others, he will follow him wholeheartedly. Back then, Li Hong was cultivated little by him using a widow, and now he has become his strongest assistant. As for whether the country will settle accounts later, who will settle accounts with him after he dies, Li Yandong will not let these women live until then. By the way, I don't know how Li Hong is doing at home now. If he knew that they were so happy outside, would he settle accounts with me? Bring a woman back for this kid later. Mimi lit a cigarette, and just halfway through smoking, he found that Lu Xiang came out in disgrace, looked at the watch, only a dozen seconds. Is that all? Lu Xiang lowered his head with a red face. Brother-in-law, the woman you found is not good enough. Li Yandong didn't know what to say for a moment. He patted his shoulder and pretended to comfort him. Ha 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 ha, it's okay, it's always like this the first time, I'll find you another one later. A group of younger brothers had finished their pleasure and gathered together. Li Yandong opened the cans with a big wave of his hand. Everyone was salivating at the smell of luncheon meat. Although they didn't starve in the past few days, they hadn't eaten meat. The aroma of the package was so delicious that people cried. Even Lu Linlin and Wang Fong forgot the unpleasantness just now. Lu Dezhu scooped a large spoonful of luncheon meat and stuffed it into his mouth. Now we are all awakened, and we have enough food and water. After we are full and drink enough, we will go back and put down the supplies first, and then go to kill Meng Fan together. How about it? When it comes to Meng Fan, everyone is so angry that their fists are clenched. Okay, let's go after we eat. At this time, Li Yandong's cell phone rang. It was Li Hong. If Brother Hong sees us eating and drinking and having sex with women outside, he will be so angry that he will die. Why don't you bring a few women back for Brother Hong to play with? I think some of the women are pretty. I think you don't want to live anymore. You have the nerve to give the women you have played with to Brother Hong. The crowd laughed, and Li Yandong connected the video. Li Hong, you are blessed. Before he finished speaking, he heard Li Hong crying loudly, Uncle, help me, I don't want to die. In the picture, Li Hong was tied up and fixed on a stool, his hands and feet joints were all smashed, and his teeth were all knocked out, just like a useless person. The evil laughter of the crowd just stopped abruptly. Li Yandong was furious. Who the hell dares to arrest my nephew? Who? Of course it's me, old friend. Meng Fan. The moment he saw Meng Fan, Li Yandong was furious, and the beer bottle in his hand was crushed on the spot with a bang. Everyone else was also confused. Li Hong was guarding their base camp. How could he be caught by Meng Fan? Doesn't that mean that their base camp has been taken over by Meng Fan? The next second I saw the video and photos sent by Meng Fan. The supplies he had worked so hard to grab were robbed by his neighbors, and his house was burned to the ground by Meng Fan. My house. Wang Fong's voice became hoarse and she collapsed on the spot. they had been working hard for half their lives for this house, and it was gone. It's over, it's over. Lu Dezhu sat paralyzed and his soul flew away. If they don't have a house, where will they live in the future? Li Yandong was furious. Meng Fan, you son of a bitch, if you dare to touch Li Hong's hair, I. The words were not finished, click. Meng Fan broke off Li Hong's second finger in front of him and threw it in front of the camera. I moved, what next? Ah, Li Hong's scream penetrated the sky. I am Chow. All the men shuddered, and many subconsciously covered their fingers. It hurts, even looking at it hurts. Li Yandong was filled with murderous intent. Meng Fan, how on earth can you let Li Hong go? Meng Fan's smile became even weirder. It's very simple, one life for another. I know Luo Tianyu is with you. As long as you kill him, I will let Li Hong go immediately. Luo Tianyu's head buzzed. Damn it, why is this fire burning on me? But Li Hong's younger brothers didn't care at all. They rushed over and pushed Luo Tianyu to the ground. Li Yandong, don't listen to him. This is Meng Fan's plan to divorce. Even if you follow his instructions, he won't let Li Hong go. I'm useful to you. Don't forget what we agreed. When the apocalypse ends, my company will be yours. Don't you want it? Even if we can save him, he is already a cripple. Can you take care of him for the rest of his life? Luo Tianyu was so frightened that he peed when his butt shook. Lu Linlin was also anxious and hurriedly whispered into Li Yandong's ear, you can't kill him. If we really kill Luo Tianyu, our plan will be ruined. Wait a minute. Li Yandong immediately shouted to stop. Seeing Li Yandong's hesitation, Li Hong suddenly became anxious. My good uncle, your nephew's life is in your hands, you have to save me. Drawing it up, Luo Tianyu, how do you know brother Meng is not trustworthy? Uncle, don't listen to that vixen's nonsense. I am your nephew. If it hadn't been for that witch, I wouldn't have offended Meng Fan. Besides, who knows if the child in that witch's belly is yours? After hearing this, Wang Fang, Lu Dezhu and the others suddenly became unhappy. Hey, what are you talking about? Why is the child in my daughter's belly not Li Yandong's? Who do you think is a vixen? You're not afraid of rotting your tongue if you chew it. I think you deserve to die. A bunch of people were making a lot of noise. At this time, Meng Fan heard a scornful laugh. Actually, it's okay not to kill Luo Tianyu. Li Yandong's eyes widened when he heard this. Then what do you want? If you can kill Lu Linlin, that's fine. Chapter 83 A Big Gift for You. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Can we change people? Everyone was stunned. Li Hong's eyes widened. Yes, yes, kill this vixen, so that no one will die. Meng Fan, you son of a bitch. You are returning my daughter. She has done that with you. After all, I will beat you to death, you bastard. The Lu family panicked, and Wang Fang took off her shoes and was about to hit Meng Fan in the video. Lu Linlin also panicked. Yandong, you can't touch me, I still have your child in my belly, we are a family. But Meng Fan suddenly muttered, the child in her belly may not be yours. Meng Fan, shut up. In a few words, Li Yandong's group, the Lu family's four beasts and Luo Tianyu accused each other and quarreled. They almost fought directly. Li Yandong felt that he was going to be driven crazy by Meng Fan. He wanted to protect the child, and wanted to protect Li Hong, but he didn't want to give up the money he had robbed from Luo Tianyu after the Doomsday might be quelled. Meng Fan, this bastard, how could he catch Li Hong? Meng Fan lit a cigarette and sat in front of the camera, quietly admiring his masterpiece. What a bunch of idiots. From the beginning, he had no intention of letting Li Hong go, he just wanted to play with these fugitives. After all, death is very simple, only when you are alive can you suffer. Seeing the teasing in Meng Fan's eyes, Li Yandong finally reacted. Meng Fan, you are fucking playing with me. Meng Fan didn't pretend anymore, threw away the cigarette butt and crushed it with his feet. That's right, I'm playing with you, ha 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 ha. Even if you kill Lu Linlin and Luo Tianyu today, Li Hong will die in my hands. You. A bunch of stupid dogs, open your eyes wide next time, I'll ask you to watch the good show. After saying that, he took out a box of honey, unscrewed the lid and poured one bottle after another on Li Hong's head, face, limbs, until the whole person was covered with a thick layer of sticky honey. Bright and attractive, sweet and delicious, like a huge Maltose, he unscrewed the last bottle of honey, starting from Li Hong's feet, and poured it all the way to the entrance of the sewer, and finally poured it all into the sewer. Li Yandong and the others were all confused, and they didn't know what Meng Fan wanted to do. After doing all this, Meng Fan quickly left the room, and only the camera was still firmly aimed at Li Hong's whole body. Meng Fan's erratic and weird laughter echoed in everyone's ears through the phone. Next, slowly appreciate the gift I gave you. As soon as he finished speaking, there was a rustling sound around, then the sewer was pushed open, and a black thing quickly crawled into the bathroom. Ants, densely packed, each one is the size of a finger, and the sharp jaws are scary. Bloodthirsty ants. Someone posted this terrifying creature on the forum. They can eat an adult from the internal organs to the flesh and blood in just 30 seconds, leaving only dry bones. Do you really think that all mutants are gone? No, they just hid because they were not used to the blood mist dissipating. Now they returned to the ground again after smelling the fragrance of food. The moment the blood-sucking ants appeared, Li Hong saw the movement behind them from the video, and his eyes turned from horror to despair. No, no. Brother Meng, please forgive me, I was wrong, I was really wrong. Uncle, please kill Fatty Luo and that bitch, and Brother Meng will let me go. I am your nephew, you can't ignore my life or death. Uncle. The shrill screams kept bombarding everyone's eardrums through the mobile phone. Lu Linlin, Luo Tianyu, Lu Dezhu, Wang Fang and others were all frightened and stunned. Li Yandong's throat was almost hoarse. Meng Fan, but his wailing obviously couldn't stop the blood-sucking ants from devouring. The blood-sucking ants swarmed the honey on the ground and quickly climbed onto Li Hong along the honey left by Meng Fan. The blood-sucking ants quickly ate up the honey on the surface of his body and quickly began to gnaw his flesh and blood. They drilled into Li Hong's mouth, nose, ears, eye sockets, but more of them just made holes on the spot and drilled into the flesh to enjoy the feast. No. Let me go, save me, help me. Woo woo woo. Li Hong collapsed, but no one helped him. He tried to struggle, but he was tied up and couldn't move. He wanted to beg for mercy, but the ruthless bloodthirsty ants swarmed into his mouth. His tongue was swallowed in the blink of an eye, and then bit through his throat and attacked his internal organs. Thousands of ants devoured his heart. If it was like this, ordinary people would lose consciousness and die in a maximum of 10 seconds, but Li Hong had a self-healing ability. While being eaten, Li Hong's super self-healing ability was activated, and all the cells in his body began to grow and divide crazily to repair the wound. This caused the pain to be infinitely prolonged. Li Hong stared at the mobile phone screen in despair, hoping that Li Yandong over there could save him. LV Jiechi was so silent that he was terrified. Only Meng Fan watched with relish. I even wanted to find a woman to have sex with in this situation. Adrenaline surged all over my body. So cool. Li Hong's wailing stopped after 10 minutes, only the sound of bloodthirsty ants continued to gnaw bones. Meng Fan's grin was like a devil and was heard by Li Yandong and others. Do you like my gift? Next time, it will be your turn. Then he raised his hand and threw 2 ordinary incendiary grenades, and the whole bathroom turned into a sea of fire with a bang. The video was interrupted in the sea of fire and Meng Fan's laughter. Dead silence. Only dead silence. Li Yandong, Lu Linlin, Wang Fang, Lu Dezhu, Lu Xiang, Luo Tianyu and a group of henchmen all froze in place. Only the heavy breathing of each other remained. They all shuddered suddenly, especially Lu Linlin, Wang Fang, Lu Dezhu and Lu Xiang. The scene just now kept echoing in their minds, and their faces were full of disbelief. Is this still the waste I know? It's obviously a demon who kills without eyes. This Meng Fan is the devil. A younger brother trembled and spoke. The others also nodded, as if they had been scared silly. The arrogance of becoming an awakener has disappeared, suddenly. Damn it! Meng Fan, Meng Fan! You wait for me. Li Yandong was almost angry to vomit blood. Li Hong is not only his nephew, but also his most capable right-hand man. He was actually killed by Meng Fan like this. He was also afraid, but more angry. Meng Fan, this son of a bitch, how dare he? He stood up suddenly. Brothers, follow me and fight back to help Li Hong get revenge. Someone trembled, but if we go back like this, can we really kill him? Why not? Lu Linlin trembled all over, and fear and ferocity flashed across her face. He just used honey to attract a group of ants, it's not that he is so powerful. You are all awakened now, and a dozen people together can't beat Meng Fan. Are you trash? Everyone was stunned, yes. Meng Fan just used tricks, it's not that he is so powerful. As long as they unite to block Meng Fan at home, and wait for his door to be broken open, they can kill him however they want. Don't forget what he said last. Luo Tianyu took the opportunity to exaggerate. He said that we are the next one, everyone present. He obviously wants to take revenge. Only if we unite can we kill him first, and strike first. Wang Fong also said loudly, yes, yes, he has a big house and countless supplies. He burned our house, so we will kill him and take his house. Then we will have everything. Everyone expressed their opinions one after another, which made Li Yandong and his men jealous. Fear retreated, and greed appeared on their faces. You are right, a base camp is essential to gain a foothold in the Doomsday. Meng Fan's place is just right. Fuck, let's go back and kill him now. Li Yandong waved his hand, and everyone rushed out of the mall and headed straight for the west area of Fenghua community. At the same time, Meng Fan had gone upstairs and returned to his warm nest safely. Shen Yanran said worriedly, husband, aren't you afraid of Li Yandong's revenge? Revenge? I really hope he comes back for revenge right away. Meng Fan laughed loudly, hugged Shen Yanran and kissed her hard, his eyes suddenly cold. If these people come back, we will be dead. Looking down at his watch, the coldness in his eyes turned into a chilling murderous intent. Hee, it started. Chapter 84. Today is a good day. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Damn it, let's kill Meng Fan immediately after we get back. I want to chop him into minced meat and feed him to the dogs. I want to pay homage to Brother Hong's spirit in heaven. Yes, hatred cannot be resolved without being cut into pieces with 1,000 cuts. Put everything away. Don't forget to take it. Taiwan Novel Network. After loading the food on the ground, everyone's face was filled with murderous intent. Later, we will go directly to the west area of Fenghua community and kill Meng Fan. But at this moment, a scream suddenly erupted from another store in the shopping mall on the same floor. Help me over there. A man who was searching for supplies in the store was knocked down by a human spider that came from nowhere, and half of his face was bitten off in the blink of an eye. Li Yandong and others were a little confused. The other teams resting in the distance were also alarmed and jumped up from the ground with astonished faces on their faces. There are a lot of people coming to the mall to search this time. All these floors have been searched and everyone who deserves to be killed has been killed. Otherwise, many teams would not all choose this floor as a place to rest peacefully. How could something slip through the net? But no one was afraid, and several nearby teams took out their weapons with excitement. Somehow the mutants that were raging all disappeared, so everyone had to rob them if they wanted to hunt them down. It's time to come out now. This prey is mine. I like it first, don't grab it. But the next second, there was sudden movement on the ceiling all around. Dong dong dong. The sound of heavy objects falling kept coming. The vent baffles on the ceiling were kicked open, and then a large number of people swarmed into the arena like a floodgate opening. Everyone was shocked. These things did not disappear, but were hidden above their heads. They actually just ate and drank under the noses of these things. It's too late to escape. The human spider pounced on the crowd and began to bite. The shrill wail instantly filled the entire shopping mall, and even the awakened ones couldn't resist so many spiders swallowing them up. Then the bitten people quickly transformed into human spiders and rushed towards them. In a short time, hundreds of human spiders appeared on this level. It's still increasing rapidly. Everything that happened suddenly in front of them made Li Yandong and the others panic, but there is no time for them to think too much. Screams were also heard from the two rooms behind, and a spider fell from the vent above the head of the woman they had just enjoyed. The woman with her hands tied behind her back suddenly became their delicious meal. Seeing the high school girl he had just toyed with bared her teeth and rushed towards him, Lu Xiang was so frightened that he peed on the spot. "Run, brother-in-law, let's run. Run!" Li Yandong and the others rushed out of the shopping mall with their dead souls emerging. People were being killed along the way. Those people who were clamoring at the door just now that these human spiders belonged to them have now become the delicious food in the belly of the human spiders, or have joined and become one of them. "Follow me and don't fall behind." Fortunately, Li Yandong rushed to the front with his sword. All members of their team had awakened and quickly rushed out of the death mall, but the moment I stepped out, I felt like I had fallen into an ice cave. The otherwise empty streets were filled with killings. Human spiders poured out of the bushes, and some jumped directly from towering trees dozens of meters above their heads to pounce on passers-by. Bang, bang, bang. Human spiders kept falling to the ground and shattered into pieces, but more of them were dragging their hemiplegic bodies, and still frantically pounced on the nearest blood meal. The surrounding shrubs also shoot out vines. They stabbed into human bodies, tied them up, rolled them up and dragged them into the woods, greedily sucking the blood from their bodies, but the most terrifying thing is that the blood mist around is getting thicker. Damn it, it's blood mist. These things didn't move at all, they just hid. Help, I don't want to die outside. Everyone was frightened and panicked. Why are you standing there? Run away. Li Yandong took the lead in charging, and everyone hurriedly followed behind. Staying outside now is a dead end. The only option is to run back to the residential building, to the high-rise. Everyone ran forward with all their strength, but the surrounding mist kept enveloping them, and screams erupted one after another. People were constantly being knocked down by dragging spiders or being pulled into the blood mist by blood-sucking vines. Li Yandong was so frightened that he cried, "Damn it, Grandma, I should have known I wouldn't have come out." Suddenly I heard a broadcast-like voice above my head, "Li Yandong, it looks like you need help." Li Yandong and others were stunned for a while. Look up, a drone was flying above them. Meng Fan. Damn you, it's Meng Fan's voice. This is the drone released by Meng Fan. In the large duplex, Meng Fan was leisurely sipping red wine. On the big screen in front of you was a picture taken by a drone from the air. When Meng Fan returned home, he released the prepared drone and headed straight to the mall. Although the blood mist became thicker and the picture gradually blurred, it was still possible to see that Li Yandong and the others were being chased by human spiders and mutated plants, like bereaved dogs. Chen Yao, Tong Lu, and Shen Yanran were sitting nearby. All looking scared, Tong Lu said in a daze, "Husband, why do I feel like you knew in advance that these monsters would come out again?" "I do know. Because I came back from the future." Meng Fan laughed. Heavy rain can dispel the blood mist, but only temporarily. The blood mist will return 4 hours after the first heavy rain, and those dormant monsters reappeared and started a new round of killing. It was because of this that Meng Fan did not go directly to Li Yandong and the others to seek revenge, but he did not do nothing. The reason for killing Li Hong was not just for revenge, nor was it to watch a dog-eat-dog show. The most important thing was to delay the time for Li Yandong and the others to return. From the beginning, Meng Fan had no intention of letting Li Yandong and the others survive today. "Meng Fan, you bastard, we are husband and wife, and you are deliberately harming us like this." The drone's built-in microphone received Lu Linlin's scolding. As expected of a top-tier art master, this IQ reacted immediately. Meng Fan grabbed the microphone. Meng Fan's grim smile sounded on the drone's speaker. "You bitch are quite smart. Seeing that you run so easily, I will give you another show to accumulate energy." Meng Fan took out his mobile phone to connect to the drone's Bluetooth control host and turned the volume to the maximum. The speaker on the drone suddenly played music. "Today is a good day, everything you want can come true. Today is another good day." Everyone was horrified. This bastard actually played a song for them. The worst thing was that the drone was just above the team's head, less than 10 meters away. It followed the team wherever they ran. The sound immediately attracted the attention of the surrounding human spiders, and a large number of human spiders and even mutant plant vines surrounded them. Chapter 85. A different Sui Yuting every day. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Pfft, Meng Fan. You will not die well. Wang Feng was so angry that she vomited a mouthful of old blood on the spot, and Lu Dezhu quickly carried her on his back and ran away. Scream, scream, scream again. Even though Li Yandong tried his best to defend, someone in the team was finally dragged into the blood mist and disappeared. Seeing Ma Zai next to her being dragged into the blood mist by a vine piercing her chest, Lu Linlin was on the verge of mental collapse. Li Yandong, think of a way. I don't want to die. Meng Fan, should I draft it? Li Yandong threw the machete in his hand fiercely. The picture in front of Meng Fan went black and the signal was lost. This guy can throw pretty accurately. Meng Fan sneered, it doesn't matter, now that the concentration of the blood mist has returned to 70% to 80%, the team on the ground can hardly be seen. If they continue to follow, they will see nothing. Meng Fan has done everything he can to the extreme. Whether he dies or not depends on the fate of heaven. Meng Fan walked to the balcony, the sky began to rain acid rain again, and frightening wailing sounds kept coming from the rain. It's going up again. Based on past life experience, the overall height of the blood mist will increase again after this acid rain, and everything below level 5 will be engulfed. At the same time, various mutants will usher in another explosive growth, and more mutants will appear. What happened before can only be regarded as the foreplay of the Doomsday, but now the blood mist Doomsday will begin to show its final horror. But what does this have to do with yourself? Eat when you need to eat, drink when you need to, sleep when you need to. Since you can't get out, find some fun for yourself. Seeing Meng Fan's eyes, Qin Yao, Tong Lu and Shen Yanran shouted bad. It's this look that's the most deadly. I just remembered that I made an appointment with my best friend to play blackmail together. My husband, I have to go and do some work first. Qin Yao was the first to escape to her room. I still have to take care of my parents. Husband, you should give the opportunity to the sisters who need it. Shen Yanran rushed into her parents' room. Tong Lu's pretty face turned red from suppressing it. Logically speaking, it was her turn, but... My knees hurt and I can't kneel down. Run away in a flash. Meng Fan curled his lips. Is my woman just leaving her husband here? Where is your sense of responsibility? Indignantly, he raised his eyes and looked around, found Sui Yuting who was cleaning the room. It seems that he still doesn't know what is happening and is working hard. La la la. Sui Yuting was listening to music with headphones on and was using a new vacuum cleaner to clean every corner of the room. Suddenly, he felt a pair of hands on his waist from behind, all the way down his thighs. The familiar temperature made her blush quickly. Master, is it me again? Meng Fan hugged Sui Yuting's slender waist from behind. Little dog, you are so tempting today. Sui Yuting's face turned redder. Although she regarded herself as a pet, Meng Fan also equipped her with a large independent room and a large wardrobe full of clothes. Sui Yuting went crazy with joy when she saw Meng Fan assigning a room to her, finally obtained the right of residence. But open the closet, JK clothes, nurse clothes, Lolita clothes, bunny clothes, cat clothes, sexy secretary clothes, stewardess suits, and various props and Balenciaga stockings, everything is available. That style made her, a spirited girl, feel her face steaming up when she saw it. It's all one-off, terrible style. Meng Fan had only one request for him, to wear a different set every day so that he could use it at any time when he felt better. Today, she put on a black and white maid outfit, lace headband, lace neck ring, black stockings and high heels, with twin ponytails bouncing behind her head. Sui Yuting's beautiful eyes were filled with tears, and her little hand holding the mop was nervous and helpless. Master, my floor hasn't been mopped yet. Meng Fan smiled. Are you all taught by Qin Yao? The reasons are all so cute. Isn't that good if you don't mop the floor? I'm in a good mood today. If you behave well, there will be rewards for you. Surface. If you follow the master, there will be no good fruit to eat. Seeing Meng Fan's raised lips, Sui Yuting was so frightened that she cried, but Meng Fan only became more excited when he saw this situation. Gently lift up the hem of your back skirt, knock your heels and close the door. Relax, I know you haven't awakened yet, so the master will be very gentle this time. Sui Yuting is even more powerful, the master says this every time, but the master's tenderness can only be tried for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, you still have to cry when you should cry. Late at night, in an apartment in a certain residential building, the door was broken open, and the family of 3 who originally owned the place were violently knocked down. The husband was trampled to the ground, and the unbearable cries of his daughter and wife came from next door. "Dad, help! Husband! You beasts, beasts!" The husband raised his head angrily, with veins popping out on his forehead and neck. He hates it. But a serrated dagger fell on his neck. Give it a hard tug, blood spurts out. Li Yandong withdrew the dagger coldly and wiped the blood with the man's coat. The mixture of fear and anger on his face made him look like a murderous devil at this moment. There were wounds corroded by acid rain all over his body, but the most conspicuous one was the wound that ran through his face, scratching from his forehead to his jaw, almost tearing his entire face into pieces. Li Yandong still has lingering fears. Meng Fan's music attracted a large number of spiders to them. He successfully shot down the drone and ran wildly in the rain with Lu Linlin. The blood mist was thick. Some of the brothers died and some ran away. There was acid rain above his head, and even he was scratched on the face by a monster and almost died. He didn't even see what the monster looked like, only a pair of green eyes. Fortunately, the mutant finally let them go after dragging several people away. When he successfully escaped back to Fenghua community and occupied the apartment, there were only 4 brothers left, but Lu Linlin's family and Luo Tianyu were unharmed. The fear made everyone pour their anger on this family. Without reservation, only the most violent venting could suppress the fear in their hearts. "Damn Meng Fan! I will definitely kill you, kill you!" Li Yandong roared in suppression. "That's right, Meng Fan killed Li Hong, we must not let him off easily." Lu Linlin's clothes were also corroded and riddled with holes, and her snow-white skin was now pitted and ugly like a toad. After Lu Linlin finished speaking, the eyes of the other people present also burst into ferocity. If they were not all awakened people with different physiques from ordinary people, this acid rain would have killed them. But it was not all in vain. After the fight, each of them has obviously improved a lot. Stronger, and their abilities have also been strengthened. As long as they have a chance to get out, they have the confidence to tear Meng Fan into pieces. Suddenly, Lu Xiang, who was checking the messages on his mobile phone, exclaimed, "Brother-in-law, brother-in-law. Look at the forum, someone has posted a new post about blood mist and heavy rain." Everyone took out their mobile phones and was ecstatic to see the news on the forum. Okay, it turns out that we can get out like this, and now Meng Fan's death is coming. His shelter and supplies will become ours. Chapter 86. Jiang Xinya is in a playful mood. Feifei, I want to join the group too. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Sui Yuting left the unfinished mopping until the next morning. Not only are there the remnants of yesterday's shoe prints, Tong Lu was confused when she saw her in the morning. Is this a sewer pipe burst? Tong Lu understood until she saw Sui Yuting in the room wearing the remains of a maid uniform lying on the bed like a dead person. My nanny may not be able to go to work today, so the job of mopping the floor will fall on her. Meng Fan walked to the balcony refreshed. The rain didn't stop, but it changed from acid rain to a regular heavy rain. The blood mist has spread to the 5th floor and is still rising. At the same time, the outside environment is also different. The originally tall mutant tree had grown much taller, reaching more than 20 meters and reaching above the blood mist. Dense vines are falling downwards, and various attractive flowers are blooming on the tree branches, constantly spraying out goose-yellow pollen. Groups of human spiders could also be seen climbing on the branches, occasionally appearing above the blood mist, and then jumping into the blood mist and disappearing, like monkeys prancing in the trees in a tropical rainforest. At this stage, the blood mist has formed its own ecology, becoming even more terrifying, but Meng Fan was not worried. Instead he was a little excited, because it's time to harvest again. When I opened the forum, my post still ranked first in popularity, and there were many more comments. New acid rain came, more new mutants appeared, and Meng Fan received a new wave of mutant illustrations. Unfortunately, there are still no rare mutants found that can increase hidden points. Meng Fan curled his lips. Now the entire population has been mobilized to help search for rare mutants, but only one vampire locust was found, and the second deformed human spider was discovered by itself. It can be seen that the rare ones are indeed rare. It is even said that there are existences higher than the rare level, but Meng Fan also discovered a few interesting places. There were actually many messages from beauties behind his post, including detailed addresses and selfies. It seemed that he wanted to use Meng Fan's popularity to increase his traffic. He has a tapered face, big eyes, and long legs that can strangle people. He looks really alluring. Meng Fan suddenly remembered something. System, why do you never send a reminder when I see a beautiful woman now? Where is the beauty? Isn't this what the forum says? Does the owner like these messy things? What do you call a mess? He feels quite beautiful. The first P is so powerful that it cannot be scanned to reveal its original appearance. This system cannot even see the specific information. This is a makeup and post-production photo. This person is also a master. He actually turned his 200-pound bulldozer into a slim and beautiful girl. Master, can't you even tell that the photo has not been posted? Even I find this annoying, but you actually look pretty good. The photo used by the third person is not his own at all. As for this, it's even more amazing. The system determined that he is a man. Of course, this system does not object to the owner's courage to try, but this system essentially cannot bind men. Fuck. Meng Fan was speechless. It's all a lie. These people really do anything to be rescued. But that's not necessarily the case. Maybe it's not a call for help, but a special group that uses photos to deceive and fish, hoping to wait and see. It's possible. After all, the prey and the hunter may switch at any time in the apocalypse. Speaking of this, Meng Fan was reminded of Yuishuan. When this little beauty sent her artistic photos, the system was full of compliments. Although the real person cannot be evaluated due to the distortion caused by the cosplay makeup and post-retouching, the system said that this girl has a very good foundation and is definitely a rare beauty. Opening the private message, Yuishuan didn't know where she had gone, but she didn't leave a message for herself. Message, girl, are you not dead yet? Close your post and start browsing other messages on the forum. Suddenly I was attracted by a post. Analysis on the dispersion, reunion and mutant behavior of the blood mist. That this title looks very professional at first glance, and its popularity actually surpassed the previous guy with the fire power and ranked second. Clicking in, Meng Fan was slightly surprised. The author actually analyzed a whole page, including a series of recent weather changes, as well as the hiding and reappearing behavior of mutants, and came to several conclusions. First, after the arrival of acid rain, the blood mist will increase, and at the same time, the mutants will become manic and accelerate their mutation. Second, ordinary rain will wash away part of the blood mist in the air, visibility will increase, and the mutants will be least aggressive at this time, which is the best opportunity for people to go out and search for supplies, but they must be observed at all times. Once the blood mist gathers again, they must hide in the building as soon as possible to avoid sudden attacks by mutants. Meng Fan was a little surprised after reading it. This guy got it all right. Meng Fan has experience in his previous life, but this guy can see so many things through a blood mist change, which is a bit of a vision. Look at the nickname again, Doomsday Mr. Yang. At this time, a message was sent to Meng Fan's mobile phone. Brother Meng Fan, did you sleep well last night? There is also a cute expression of Eggman sticking out his tongue, by Feifei. Meng Fan was a little surprised. It's not that he accidentally sent a message to himself, but that this little girl also uses this expression. Hasn't she always been rebellious and world-weary? I'm fine, how about you? I'm fine too. The food in the underground cold storage is more than enough to last for 3 to 5 years. Then the voice changed. Brother Meng Fan, I have a Doomsday survival exchange group, which is full of senior Doomsday players. Do you want to come in and exchange ideas with each other? Doomsday exchange group. Meng Fan has no interest in these second-generation rich guys who can only talk on paper, but he thought of the post just now. Maybe, there are really some great people in it. Besides, multiple channels are used to collect mutant illustrations, which seems to be good. In the shelter manner, by Feifei held the phone tightly. The little face was full of tension. If you want happiness, you have to take the initiative to fight for it. Feifei, you can do it. With your ability, as long as you take the initiative, you will definitely defeat that scumbag's dead girlfriend. Jiang Xinya next to him rubbed her nose. It's amazing. Why have I been sneezing since this morning? Feifei, am I catching a cold? A cold is no small matter in the Doomsday. Take medicine quickly. Just after urging, a light flashed in by Feifei's eyes, he agreed. What did you agree? Jiang Xinya came over and saw Meng Fan added to Jiang Xinya's group. She was about to explode. Meng Fan, how can you add by Feifei's group? She is my best friend, how can you live under the same roof? Scumbag. But suddenly I realized that Meng Fan didn't seem to know that Bai Feifei was my best friend. A flash of inspiration. If I let Bai Feifei add me, wouldn't I be able to monitor Meng Fan and Bai Feifei's every move? After all, I can't say that I am familiar with Meng Fan, it's just that the shot was too loud. If Meng Fan keeps a distance from Bai Feifei, it means that he has a good character and can stay to check. If he takes the opportunity to hook up with Bai Feifei, I can just kick him out, and my best friend and I can be alone. No matter what, I won't lose. The key is that this way of playing is too interesting. Jiang Xinya was so eager to play that she forgot everything else. She pestered Bai Feifei, Feifei, add me to your group too, hurry up. Chapter 87. Isn't it just pretending? Who can't do that? You are listening at novelfull.audio. But I have a group of senior Doomsday communication people here. We are good girlfriends, I just want to join in and have some fun. Besides, I can help you check so that Meng Fan won't bully you. This. Taiwan Novel Network. Why are you so slow? Are you afraid that I will steal your boyfriend? Am I that kind of person? Okay, but you can't talk when you join the group. If people find out that I bring in insignificant people, I will be excluded by everyone. Okay, I will change the group name as soon as I join, don't worry. Bai Feifei didn't want to, she wanted to have private space with Meng Fan. But she couldn't resist Jiang Xinya's persistence, she could only add Jiang Xinya to the group. Jiang Xinya happily opened her phone to modify the group name card, and Meng Fan just happened to come in at this time. Welcome newcomers. It's been a long time since we've had newcomers in our group. Tisk, those scumbags are worthy of joining our group. Why don't they just go to hell? The atmosphere in the group was very relaxed, just as Meng Fan expected. People who can become senior Doomsday players are definitely not ordinary people. After all, ordinary people don't have so much money to stock up on goods and equipment, or even build their own shelters. However, Meng Fan didn't expect that most of the people in this group are rich girls. This is Meng Fan, a friend I met at the Filness Club. A senior Doomsday boss, you can consult if you don't understand anything. Bai Feifei introduced briefly. Wow, to be rated as a senior Doomsday boss, Bai Feifei. This trust is incredible. There was an uproar in the group. Bai Feifei has always been arrogant, but she actually thinks so highly of this person. Meng Fan was just being polite. No, I'm a newcomer to your place for the first time, and I also want to learn more from you. Handsome guy, according to the rules, new handsome guys must post photos. A rich girl spoke up. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Meng Fan sent a selfie from his last workout, which immediately caused a lot of screams. Aw, you are so handsome, new guy. What a hot body. If you meet zombies, you will have to fight 10 of them alone. I am going to have a nosebleed, really. Do you need a girlfriend, little brother? How about we try it? I can start a video call with you now. Xiaoyan, you are crazy again, but unfortunately I have already sent a friend request. Why are you so sneaky? That the girls in the group laughed. Suddenly, a name called Yang Fong jumped out. It's just politeness for the first meeting. You are so ugly after the Photoshop. You can see how ugly the original photo is. There was a moment of silence. Indeed, there are probably not many men in the world who are handsome, have a good body, and are senior Doomsday bosses these days. Will they meet them? The rich girls who were just excited calmed down one by one and felt that they were deceived. Even if you are ugly, at least take a real photo. How could this photoshopped picture be posted to deceive people? His impression of Meng Fan immediately became colder. Yang Fong, you are a big idiot. Bai Feifei was furious. and then Meng Fan quickly received a private message from Bai Feifei. Meng Fan, don't pay attention to him, he is a psychopath. Who is this person? He has the ability and has built his own shelter, but his personality is particularly annoying. Meng Fan thought of something and smiled slightly. Let me guess, is he pursuing you? And when he joined the group, it should not be you who took the initiative to join, right? Bai Feifei, who was typing, was surprised and said, wow, brother Meng Fan, you are so good that you can guess this. He got in through his sister's relationship, otherwise I would have kicked him out long ago. But I didn't agree, I am still single now. Seeing Bai Feifei's hurried explanation, Meng Fan wanted to laugh, so that's how it is. Yang Fang managed to get in by pestering others, but he was invited into the group as a distinguished guest by Bai Feifei, and was introduced as the Doomsday boss with an admiring look. It would be strange if he didn't hate him. Meng Fan didn't care about this kind of thing, he was too lazy to respond. He hung his phone on the bracket and started today's exercise in the gym. At this time, someone suggested, Yang Fang, let's continue discussing your post. Meng Fan looked through the previous group messages and found that the group was actually discussing the previous analysis post about blood mist and mutants. The poster, Doomsday Yang Gongzi, turned out to be this Yang Fang. It seems that he is really capable. Yang Fang continued to explain his findings, and many beautiful girls in the group applauded and sent various small expressions. After Yang Fang's analysis, they can go out more safely next time it rains. This news is too important. Yang Fang, you are so awesome. How did you find out? My idol. Another female account named Yang Ying said, some people are so exaggerated. They just pull someone in and say he is a big shot. In my opinion, my brother is the biggest big shot in the group. The words were full of provocation. Yang Ying is Yang Fang's sister. It was she who pulled Yang Fang into this Doomsday communication group. It is said that there is no room for two tigers in one mountain. She and Bai Feifei are equally beautiful, which led to their dislike for each other from the beginning. She was so happy to be able to step on Bai Feifei. She also posted in the group, brother, you made your sister proud today. With a sister on his side, Yang Fang became more and more proud. Your name is Meng Fan, right? Although you are a newcomer, you can't just listen to my lectures here. Tell me what you have to add to my discoveries. He also at Meng Fan, his attitude was arrogant, just like the head teacher calling on a poor student to answer a question. No one spoke, waiting for Meng Fan to speak, but Meng Fan was wearing headphones and exercising on the treadmill, so he didn't see it at all. The group waited for a few minutes but didn't get a response from Meng Fan. Why, you can't say anything insightful, so you decided to be dumb. I thought the newcomers would have some great dry goods, but it turned out to be just like that. Bai Feifei, your so-called big brother is at this level? Not as good as me. Yang Fang has some ability and is handsome. He has accumulated a lot of fans in the group. Now they all came out to stand on Yang Fang's side. For them, whoever in the group doesn't have a prominent family can only be convinced by having real skills. You have to live up to the title of this big brother. Now Meng Fan's performance is obviously not worthy. Oh, why are these people like this? Wow, what should I do? I'm bringing bad luck to Meng Fan. Bai Feifei was so anxious. She shouldn't have labeled Meng Fan as a big boss when she introduced him, but Meng Fan is clearly a big boss in her eyes. He really knows a lot. Jiang Xinya was also so angry. Meng Fan was polite enough to send photos to you guys, but he said the photos were photoshopped and mocked. Don't you know whether my man is handsome or not? Not only is he handsome, it's also big. It's a top-notch Ferrari that you can never afford in your lifetime. Just when she was about to send a message to Meng Fan in a rage, she suddenly remembered her hidden identity. She grabbed Bai Feifei angrily. Call Meng Fan right now and ask him to show some skills. Meng Fan was confused when he received the call. I didn't do anything but was mocked by the crowd. These little fairies are all fucking sick. I joined the group just to save Bai Feifei's face, and was mocked. I can't stand it at all. I just stopped pretending. Go to the forum, the first post on the list is mine. Do you really think I'm made of paper? I didn't want to pretend, but you forced me to do it, then come on. Chapter 88 Mysterious Woman. You are listening at novelfull.audio. As soon as the message was sent, all the sarcastic voices suddenly stopped. Brother Meng Fan, is this post really from you? Before anyone else could be shocked, Feifei was stunned first. Meng Fan didn't bother to explain, so he casually took a screenshot of the post record in the background and sent it to the group. For a moment, there was dead silence in the group. After a while, all the members in the group said two words in unison. I am Chow. Nowadays, the first thing each of them does when they get up every day is to scan the forum to see if there is any new news. The most popular post in the rankings these days is a must-see for them. There are detailed information and strategies on dozens of monsters on it. Not only have they saved countless Doomsday survivors, some of the killing methods are even eye-opening for them. Many people in the group even posted the mutants they encountered, and used the information provided by Meng Fan to kill them before successfully awakening. Everyone in the group now regards Junlin Tianxia as a godlike existence in the apocalypse. Unexpectedly, the boss is right in front of him. Just now, I actually mocked the boss. Grass. 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 Things are getting serious. Jiang Xinya was so excited that she covered her mouth. Of course she and Feifei also read the post. At that time, I was thinking about who has such awesome ability. Result, that is my man so handsome. Wow 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 wow, that's awesome. This is not my little man, this is my male god. As soon as she turned to look at Feifei, her heart suddenly skipped a beat. Mom, it's terrible. Feifei, what do you want to do? At this moment, Feifei clenched her pink fists and stared at Meng Fan's photo on the screen with wide eyes, her whole body falling into a state of infatuation. Originally, I just thought of having more interactions with Meng Fan and slowly developing a relationship. It turns out that Meng Fan is such a big boss. Handsome, in good shape, and a Doomsday boss. Help, everyone is their own Achilles heel. So charming. The key is to be in the same city as yourself. This is the boyfriend God gave me for the first time. Feifei looked at Jiang Xinya with burning flames in her eyes. Xinya, I have decided. I have decided on this man. No one can take him away. Before Jiang Xinya could stop her, Feifei had already sent a heart eyes emoticon to the group. Ah, brother Meng Fan, you are so handsome. That's right, it turns out the big boss is actually beside us. Wow 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 wow, I can actually see the boss alive and live in the same city as the boss. I'm so happy. Big brother, please help us and teach us how to kill mutants in the future, please. The public opinion of Meng Fan changed instantly. The mobile phones were ringing wildly, and various private chats for adding friends were continuous. Many young ladies also sent photos of themselves, just asking for a prestigious friend status. It's exactly like meeting your idol. Crazy. The girls who had just mocked Meng Fan burst into tears and apologized to Meng Fan. They turned around and stood on Meng Fan's side and began to angrily yell at Yang Fang. Yang Fang, don't think that you are a big deal just because you are a little clever. He is the real boss. That's right. I was almost led astray by you just now. I will be a fan of Brother Meng from now on. Brother Meng, I have added you as a friend. Please pass it through. They will also send you benefits. Jiao Didi. Somewhere in Jiangxing, this place was originally an air raid shelter. The thick alloy door blocks everything on the ground, making it difficult for even mutants and blood mist to penetrate. This is the refuge that Yang Fang and Yang Ying spent a lot of money to transform. Yang Fang was stunned when he came back and picked up his phone. Just drink a glass of water by yourself. The sky is falling. Meng Fan is actually the original author of that post. Although his post has reached second place in the popularity list, it is in no way comparable to Meng Fan's identification of Doomsday abnormal creatures. After all, he is ranked first by a cliff, and the popularity of his post is not even a fraction of that of Meng Fan. Even he himself is a crazy fan of this post. Didn't expect that the original poster was actually his love rival. Damn, you don't play like this. Grass. Sister, do you think this guy is a liar? This picture belongs to P. Before he finished speaking, He looked up and saw his sister also looking infatuated, repeatedly in his mouth. "Boss, please be a friend. I'll send you the photo. Please." "Sister, what are you doing with this nymphomaniac look on your face?" Meng Fan didn't know whether Yang Ying was a nymphomaniac or not, but she was frowning and looking at the drone that had just been released. He had just received an alarm that the surveillance system he had installed near the underground parking lot had been damaged by something. He wanted to go find out what was going on. The drone landed near the destroyed surveillance camera and saw a large number of clear scratches on the wall and a mess all around. Controlling the drone, he turned around and went deeper into the blood mist. He found that several mutant trees dozens of meters high had been smashed to pieces, and there were also a large number of corpses of human spiders that had been eaten. Each one was disemboweled, their soft internal organs swept away, and the scene was bloody. The pair of green bell-like eyes appeared in Meng Fan's mind. Could it be it, that if this thing is still hanging around, it's still a bit troublesome? To be on the safe side, Meng Fan opened all the monitors and checked them one by one. Fortunately, everything is normal in the building. However, surveillance cameras showed that many people were blocked in the corridors on the 7th and 8th floors, all knocking on the door for help. Opening the community owner group, there was a large area filled with calls for help. "Help, can someone come and take us in? We are in the corridor on the 7th floor. We have a child here, please ask some kind-hearted person." As the blood mist rose, the residents on the 4th and 5th floors moved their families. At the same time, the residents on the 6th, 7th, and 10th floors also felt a strong threat when they saw this trend. They could only try their best to contact the neighbors on the upper floors privately, hoping to move in advance. "Go up." It was also at this time that I discovered that Meng Fan had blocked the corridor leading to the 11th floor with a door, including the fire escape. Meng Fan ordered Lu Jieqi to block it, making it impossible for anyone to get up. Through the surveillance video, Meng Fan could see that in the corridor on the 10th floor downstairs, more than 20 people were blocked here at a loss. However, Meng Fan was not surprised by many people, but one of the women wearing a hat caught Meng Fan's attention. Meng Fan told Meng Fan intuitively, "This person is the awakened one. We are going to die." There were cries in the corridor on the 10th floor. Everyone sat on the ground in small groups, their eyes dim. Some people want to go downstairs to their homes, but are afraid that the blood mist will fill up and engulf the entire home. Anthony stood up angrily. "We can't wait here to die. We should ask Meng Fan to open the door and let us in." He originally lived on the 7th floor, but now that the blood mist is rising, he cannot protect himself. But what if he doesn't open the door? You have also seen that he seems to be very powerful. Some people are worried. They didn't know anything these days. They all knew that Meng Fan had been downstairs, and if he came back alive, he would probably have awakened. How could ordinary people like them fight? Yes, Meng Fan is so powerful. He seems to have killed all the spiders who came upstairs. There has been no news from Mrs. Li, who fled upstairs in the past few days. Could it be that? Anthony was also pounding in his heart. He didn't know what happened, but suddenly he felt so angry that he wanted to rush up and smash open the alloy door. "Now that I calmed down, I just feel like I've seen a ghost." Then a woman stood up. She was wearing a loose and old sweatshirt that showed off her figure, and her peaked cap was worn very low, covering most of her face. "That's all you can do. Don't forget that there is blood mist below, which will engulf us at any time. If we don't go upstairs, why are we waiting to die here? Even if the blood mist stops on the 5th floor this time, it might be on the 7th or 10th floor next time. How long can we last without food or water here? The only way to survive is to rush forward." A woman's voice is incredibly inspiring. "Everyone, look at me. Indeed, if you don't go up, you will die sooner or later. Let's go up and ask Meng Fan to open the door. If he doesn't open the door, we'll break it open. That's right, no matter how powerful he is, he can't beat so many of us. What's more, this is a society governed by the rule of law. I don't believe he dares to kill us all. I'm so thirsty. I drank a bowl of porridge yesterday. I'll kill anyone who dares to stand in the way." The woman walked up to Anthony again and raised her head. Anthony was stunned for a moment, and then a look of obsession appeared on his face. The woman whispered in Anthony's ear, be good, go up and open the door for me. Okay, master. Anthony was so excited that he trembled and raised his arms. Everyone, follow me. A group of people rushed towards the 11th floor, but the woman did not follow. The bright red mouth under the brim of the hat raised a hint of pride, revealing sharp little tiger teeth for a moment. Chapter 89 What a waste of water. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Open the door or we'll break down your door. The corridor is a public area. You have no right to close it into a private space. Each of us has the right to take refuge upstairs. Anthony walked in the front, swinging the fire extinguisher with his strong body and slamming it on the door, making a loud bang. Meng Fan went out to the corridor. Brother Meng. Lu Jiaqi stood up from the ground. Meng Fan gave him a lot of food yesterday, and also gave him a quilt to make the floor in the corridor. I was sleeping comfortably, but this group of people came up to make trouble. Out of anger, he rolled up his sleeves. Did these people disturb Brother Meng and shouting while they were sleeping? I'm going to drive them away right now. Meng Fan smiled and patted Lu Jiaqi on the shoulder. Your performance is as stable as ever. It's okay, I'll do it myself. After entering the password, the alloy door slowly opened a crack. The door is open. Anthony laughed wildly, with some spit flying out of the corner of his mouth. Just as he was about to charge, a foot suddenly kicked him in the chest from inside the door. Anthony, who weighed more than 200 pounds, flew out and rolled downstairs, knocking down a large crowd behind him. The crowd was stunned for a moment. Looked back at Anthony. His neck was tilted to one side, he was vomiting blood and froth. And his chest was sinking heavily. It's obviously broken inside. Dead, dead. Everyone was frightened. Not a word. Kill on sight. At this time, Meng Fan slowly walked into the corridor from the door and said, Sorry, I'm quite angry when I get up. You call it bigger. Everyone woke up one after another, huddled together like frightened quails. Meng Fan was very satisfied with the attitude of these people. Just as he was about to find a chair to sit down, Lu Jiaqi immediately lay down behind Meng Fan and huddled up on the human-shaped leather sofa. Brother Meng, it's more comfortable to sit on me. Okay, I am becoming more and more aware. Sit down calmly. If you have anything to say, just say it. No one spoke to me. Who dares to speak? The one who took the lead died lifelike behind him. If you don't speak, I will. I know that your demands are nothing more than food, drink, and a safe place to live. I am not a cold-blooded person, and I will not force you to death. I'll just tell you what time it is. First, the 11th floor is my private residence. This is a mandatory requirement. No one is allowed to go beyond this floor in the future. Second, I will distribute weapons to you. Every day, everyone must bring my mobile phone downstairs to help me explore the path and clean up the mutants and plants. After cleaning up every day, I will give you some food and water. Don't think this is forcing you to take risks. You all know how fast mutated plants spread. Protecting this building is to protect yourselves. The door to the residential building is closed, but the entrance to the parking lot cannot be blocked. There will always be mutants and mutant plants getting in, especially mutated plants. After the second mutation, their spread speed will suddenly accelerate. If they are not cleaned up, the entire building will be surrounded in less than 2 days. Meng Fan was too lazy to do this kind of time-consuming and laborious work by himself. The other thing is that guy with green eyes, which Meng Fan cares about a lot. I want to see if I can use my old tricks to lure it out. It doesn't matter if someone dies. Anyway, Meng Fan can see the information of taking things through the mobile phone video. The last point is that if some strange mutant comes out while Meng Fan is sleeping in the middle of the night, these people living in the corridor on the 10th floor can be considered as having an extra layer of insurance for themselves. Kill multiple birds with one stone. We have to think about it. Everyone gathered together to discuss. It's very dangerous outside right now. I suggest you wait. But if we don't go out, we will starve to death sooner or later. Have you noticed that these mutants seem to be stronger than before? If we don't wake up now, we will have no chance in the future. Yes, now at least as long as we work for Meng Fan, he will feed us and give us weapons. What's the difference between doing nothing here and waiting to die? Everyone gradually tended to help Meng Fan work. In the crowd, Mrs. Su suddenly said, "You idiots, the country will definitely launch a rescue operation in 2 days. If you go down now, you will die. Don't listen to his nonsense here. Besides, we are both in our 50s or 60s, and our health is not good. It is not certain whether we can come up alive. I will not do this loss-making business." That this statement was immediately recognized by many elderly people. Yes, they are all in poor health and have underlying diseases, with high blood pressure, high blood lipids, and high blood sugar. It was difficult to climb 10 floors, and they were asked to go up and down, and they had to go down to deal with monsters. Don't you want to take their lives? Nowadays, we respect the old and care for the young. You young people are strong and healthy. How about you patrol 2 more areas and help us work together? That's right. This kind of work should be done by young people. We old people can't do it. We will remember your kindness. When the country returns to normal, I will ask my son to pay you for running errands. And my grandson can't participate either. He is the only child of our old Deng family. The old man spoke so righteously that the ladies began to have their thoughts. Why do only the elderly get preferential treatment? Why can't I, as a woman, get preferential treatment? Then we won't go either. That's right, taking risks is a man's responsibility. You men go downstairs, and we women will help you watch things and wash clothes upstairs. I think this arrangement is good. The men were speechless. They didn't expect that someone would still be entangled in these things at this time. I can't survive myself, why should I help you take risks? They have the same idea as the previous group of people. Although it is dangerous, it is at least a way to survive. What if I wake up? Besides, they all noticed Lu Jieqi. At first, he went up to find trouble with Meng Fan, but now he has successfully followed Meng Fan. After eating for a few days, he is still greasy and energetic, and there are oil stains on his mouth. Obviously, the food treatment is quite good. This is their role model. As for the elderly and women, loved to death, who cares about you? We agree, but we are all starving. We want to eat first and then go down. Is it okay? That a young man stepped forward cautiously to discuss. Of course, what I want is to clean up the building, not to let you really die. 2 boxes of food and mineral water fell to the ground between his hands. The crowd immediately rushed up to grab the food. When old lady Su pushed the young man away, she almost pulled off his pants. I'll go first. I'm starving. Although Meng Fan had just killed someone, in her eyes, she was an old lady, different from others, born with a golden medal of immunity from death. Who dares to touch them? If you dare to touch them, you'll be in trouble. But suddenly, everything went black. With a click, Meng Fan twisted her neck 180 degrees with one hand, and before she died, she was still wide-eyed with ecstasy. Meng Fan threw old lady Su downstairs like throwing away garbage. If you don't plan to work, don't come up and waste my water and food. After killing someone, I have to go back to wash my hands. What a waste of water. Chapter 90 Special Power, Succubus. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Squeak that everyone gasped. He killed again, oh my god. He killed the old man too. In Meng Fan's eyes, is a human life not as valuable as his bottle of mineral water? But think about it carefully, maybe it is true. The original thoughts in everyone's heart collapsed immediately, and they all came up to line up honestly, regardless of men, women, old and young. Meng Fan was very satisfied with the performance of these people, and stood up and called Lu Jieqi, you come to divide it. Lu Jieqi stepped on the box with one foot. I heard it all. Whoever wants to go down can come up to get 2 breads and a bottle of mineral water. Those who don't want to go down to work, get out of the way. After saying that, he immediately turned around and smiled at Meng Fan with a lick on his face. Brother Meng, my distribution is okay. It's a bit too much, just give one, and I'll give the second one if you come back alive. I heard it all, 1 per person, let it go back to me. You are the living devil. How can a small bread be full? Everyone had a bitter face, but there was no other choice now. Meng Fan was very satisfied with the current situation. The residents downstairs had all been dealt with, and the next step was upstairs, but as long as they didn't mess around, Meng Fan didn't plan to touch them. It was just a little regretful. Just now, he looked around and found that the woman had disappeared, throwing down a pile of weapons. These are yours, take the things to work after you have eaten and drunk enough. I will let Lu Jieqi keep an eye on you. One by one, they came forward to receive weapons and followed Lu Jieqi downstairs. After everyone left, Meng Fan walked to Anthony's body and squatted down. He started to sense and found nothing. Chen Yao, come here. Now Chen Yao has the bonus of sensing cashews and her perception has reached 10 stars. It will be even stronger after opening the spiritual field. Chen Yao stretched out her hand and gently stroked the body and closed her eyes to sense. There is a faint mental power remaining. Sure enough. A sneer flashed across Meng Fan's mouth. This woman's ability is probably hypnosis. After turning on the surveillance camera, I found that the woman turned around and went downstairs at the moment when Anthony was kicked to death by me, and finally disappeared in the blood mist on the 5th floor. Somewhat unexpected, she actually left directly. Could it be that she is not a resident of my building? This awakener is so difficult to deal with. He knocked the big guy away in one go. It seems that he is a guy with a strong attribute. Great. In the underground parking lot, the woman walked quickly in the blood mist, with a little excitement on her slightly pale face. A gust of bloody wind blew through, and the cap was lifted to reveal the girl's exquisite beauty. She was so beautiful that she seemed to not belong to this world. Where did the evil wind come from? Asakura, you quickly picked up the hat and put it on. She is indeed an awakener, and the awakened ability is extremely special, which is the transformation ability, Succubus. Unlike other transformation abilities, the basic abilities of Succubus are as many as 4, charm, disguise, succubus form, and slavery. Charm can seduce the target and completely control it, and even share some senses. It can also affect the minds of multiple people on a large scale, but the effect will be greatly weakened, and their behavior can only be guided by suggestion, and cannot be directly controlled. Disguise can make people around you let down their guard against you, and even actively ignore your existence. Succubus form can allow Asakura you to show the true succubus form. In this state, disguise is invalid, but charm, self-healing ability, and 3 major attributes will be greatly improved, and the demon wings that grow can give her the ability to fly short distances. It is her absolute trump card. It just gets hungry very quickly and cannot be used easily. The last, slavery, is the most potential ability of Succubus. The essence absorbed from the slaves who are charmed by you improves your own attributes in all aspects. The stronger the slave, the more bonus it will have on the succubus, and the attributes of Succubus can be stacked when succubusing multiple people. When he first discovered his ability, Asakura Yu was so happy. Others have only 1 ability, but he actually has 4. Each effect is amazing. This is the rhythm of making himself the queen of the end times. But soon he found out that it was not the case. At her current level, she can only charm 1 target, and the target must have lower perception than her, but her perception is only 4 stars. The first person she tried to charm was the uncle upstairs, who didn't feel any physical bonus after returning the favor. He was sent downstairs to kill the spider, but he was dismembered on the spot. The sharing of senses made Asakura Yu curl up in bed and almost wet his pants in pain. From this, Asakura Yu learned that it was useless to charm ordinary people, and it was impossible to find an awakened person. What's more, any awakened person with perception can have higher perception attributes than her. She has been looking for a suitable target, and finally, by chance, she aimed at Meng Fan, who lived in the next building. No other reason. Looking at the photo, Meng Fan has such big muscles. He must be a power type. The perception should not be very high. The process of this test also proved that Asakura Yu's judgment was so. Generally, who among the awakened ones can kick a person's entire sternum and make it concave? If I can charm him, I think I can also increase my strength a lot. And with this super strong thug, it will be safer to go out and search for supplies. The more I think about it, the better it is. But Meng Fan killed someone without saying a word, which scared her. I must be more careful next time. Or I can charm others first, lurk around him and observe the situation. Good idea. I can also find out how much supplies he has. The more she thought about it, the better it became. She took out a Snickers bar and stuffed it into her mouth, and hopped towards the entrance of her building's underground garage, but the next second she suddenly felt a strange force like a tide rushing towards her. The strong sense of oppression made her tremble all over, just like a mouse being stared at by a terrifying wild cat. What is this thing? She didn't dare to delay, and quickly hid behind a pillar and tremblingly stuck her head out. Dead silence. Even the air seemed to freeze. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, suddenly, a second wave of strong oppression came. In the direction of the parking lot exit, a huge black shadow almost blocked the entire parking lot entrance, and at the same time a pair of green pupils emerged. Like a ghost fire, erratic. Asakura, you covered her mouth tightly. Does this thing want to come in? At the same time that I in an apartment in the west area of Fenghua community, Li Yandong stared at the increasingly sparse rain outside the window, his pupils bursting with bloodthirstiness and excitement. The rain finally stopped, but the brothers behind him also had ferocious faces. Brothers, we have a chance to avenge Brother Hong. Everyone put on raincoats, pickaxes, crowbars, axes, electric drills, and even electric saws. Everything is fine. Lu Linlin, Wang Fong and Lu Dezhu also followed the team with excitement. Although they were still a little scared of killing, they still had the courage to stab Meng Fan twice after Li Yandong and his men stopped him. They had to see Meng Fan, the dog coin, being killed by Li Yandong with their own eyes, to relieve their hatred. Let's go. Li Yandong raised his arm and called the team to set off. There were still some mutants, but they were scattered, and a group of awakened people easily solved them. Smoothly entered the west area of Fenghua community. Lu Linlin held Li Yandong back and said, the greening here has always been very good. There will probably be a lot of mutant plants. We can go to the underground garage in the west district. Everyone was very excited. This is a great idea.